Okay, so yeah, his face looks a little weird, but um, I was pretty bummed out about Sora. But anyways, hold on. Actually, let me just play this video. Okay, most of you are like, yeah, what big deal? And it looked kind of weird. Well, yeah, of course it looked weird because that was AI. However, this is my picture that I took using a film camera. So if anybody's going to say I'm stealing, I dare them to. And whatever dog I'm showing is total generic dog because I didn't even specify or anything. It does change because it only knows what it knows. But I do want to say that these 4 clips, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 using the same generator type, and then the first one was some other one. I mean, this one is, I don't know, what was it called again? Gimpy? No. Kink? No. It's called Kling 2.5 Turbo Pro. Anyways, I'm tired. This was something else. So this one was weird because the dog, for this clip, I only used 2 seconds of it because here, let me show you the original clip. I didn't specify how I wanted the dog to come in. Oh yeah, and this generator only uses 4 seconds and it was expensive. And I mean expensive like 600 or something. I can't, it was crazy expensive. Credits for 4 seconds. In Kling, it is a 5-second generation for 350 credits, and that is about $1.60 for 5 seconds. So see how that dog is here. Let me get in here. Crop. Square. Okay. So see how that dog comes in? Well, I didn't say for where the dog to come in. Usually Sora knew enough about cinematography and stuff like that. A person would walk in from where you think they would, but anyways, the dog comes in from underneath, and it's fine, but it doesn't want to turn the dog around. So see, you can see this silhouette right there. Obvious silhouette is running through. It's going, bam, I'm T1000. I don't need to turn around. I just need to morph. So I just took this portion of that. And then what I did then is I took this as my feeder shot into the next. And when I would do that in Sora, the background would change, the dog would change, everything would change. But let's look at it again. This is pretty freaking seamless. I mean, really. And there's even somebody who walks in. The trees over here. So the dog starts out as a little weird little terrier, okay? I don't know. And then he jumps up and look at those ears. Aren't they cute? For whatever reason, the dog has like super hairy ears. At first, I was calling the dog's ears milkweed fluff as a shout out to Stephen King, but now that I look at it, no, that hair is pure baby silk coming out of a baby ear of corn. It's because it started out here and it really had no idea because the perspective, it had no idea even what the dog was. It looks like it's a little terrier mix, but it, like, when it jumped up, which was cool too, because the first time I wanted it to struggle, and you see how it picked how it struggled on that right there. See? Oh, well, whoa, I can't jump up there. And you could see like a dog trying to do that. Whoa, I can't jump up there. And so then it tries again, and then it reaches over. The only thing that's not very convincing to me is this right here. I think the dog's feet. However, I could be wrong, but it looks like that the dog isn't even, like, it's in midair right now. How is it getting any momentum to push itself forward? I mean, I'm not a physics person, but I understand how physics works. But overall, it looks pretty good. And then here's the break here. And this is where the dog changes, because I fed this in to feed into this next clip, and it has no idea what that dog even looks like. So see how it changed? It was a little bigger, and it's so cute. Actually, the dog is cuter. But like the hair is gone off of its ears because it doesn't show it, see? So the hair is off of that other one, see, like that. But because I couldn't build a character of this cute little guy, it couldn't feed in, oh, well, it's got this cute little hair and stuff like that. Like in Sora, I could build Pepper or myself or Walter. But I think that technology is coming, and I know I can do, if I set up an AI computer, AI computer, and I have no hall monitor or gatekeeper, I can build my own models. Because, hey, that's CGI. I'm really doing CGI. I have no idea how expensive this would have been, but this clip cost me 1, 2, 3. I can't remember what it was. It was like $2 though for this clip. Correction, I did the math, and after I bought the big pack of credits, it was, hold on, it was $4.68 for those 15 seconds. 7 seconds. 17 seconds. Realistically, will $2 pay for 17 seconds of a professional grade Disney production? We're talking about background, lighting. Look at that. The lighting looks good. Extra. We don't even have to pay the extra. Did some good panning. This is all consistent. The lines in the sidewalk. I mean, some of you folks will totally understand what I'm talking about. And the only thing that threw it off was this perspective right here. I think the dog got too big. Not here, but when it spun around. Well, maybe not. The dog definitely changed, though. I mean, it got much cuter. I mean, it's cute down here, but come on. That's pretty cute. Look at it. Then it, like, looks over. Yeah, that's totally cute. Like a corgi beagle. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'm super excited because I'm sorry, the AI bug is not leaving me because I see it as a tool. And I see it if I can produce my own little tiny movies with my own media. Because again, this is a picture I took, I don't know, 2005 probably, with a 4x4 twin reflex lens, Rolleiflex. Mine is the 4x4 twin lens reflex camera. It's a baby Rolleiflex, gray, so that means it's probably 1957. Very old. So if you guys know what I'm talking about, that's not an amateur camera. And it's definitely not an amateur camera now because you can't even get the fucking film. You got to go to like Eastern European website and order it. So anyways, that's why I have a whole fridge of film and Polaroid stuff in my freezer or in a refrigerator downstairs. It's 20 years old, but I will hang on to it, and I guarantee I'll be able to at least shoot most of that because I preserved it. So I'm looking at this a different way. Anybody ever wants to comment or debate me about this? Because again, this is my image. All I did was say, give me a generic dog, which it gave me a very Heinz 57 generic dog, and it kept changing it. That's all it's doing. It can only kind of predict. It's not stealing that dog from anywhere. It just knows there's a lot of dogs out there. It's not any specific dog. It might look like somebody. Like I said, it looks like a beagle, corgi beagle. But anyways, this is showing how I see how AI can work for me. And again, if I'm adamant about this, I won't fight anybody, but I will definitely put up a good, because I guarantee most amateurs couldn't really, I mean, just using AI that on their phone could really do this. I think this is amazing because you know what? We'll look at my pride and joy, which is nothing special. Oh, that's actually on Instagram. We'll look at my little pride and joy. And I love that one. I thought that was amazing. And that was like, oh my God, that was, so, okay. So this one I think was only, I don't even know how many seconds it is. It's a little longer, it's twice as long, but this looks choppy AF and suspect AF. But again, this is my stuff. That's my couch. My dog Clover, which had always baffled me because Sora made her almost walk into this wall. But she is old, and I don't know, maybe she might do that. That's not my house, but a lot of that are elements of my house. I mean, it looks great. But really, I had add a lot of post-production stuff. All that is jacked up. All those, and that, people are like, what the hell is that? I can explain what that is. I'd have to show you later on. Oh, I love that. I love that. But you see how choppy that was? And most people don't know the difference. Some do. But there are people like me who do see it. And I think those are people who make really good films. And I think that I might be able to make at least make really good little short films. And you gotta admit, it's cute, you know? Gosh, the thing though, yeah, that's still slow-mo because he doesn't ever slow down, whoever this person is. In fact, you know what? Let's go ahead and save because we are going to zoom in and dissect this thing while I've got you. Oh, I would really love to talk to some AI people. Okay, so this is 18 seconds, which is decent. 4 clips, 2 are 15, 3 or 5, and 1 is half of 4. That's pretty good. I used 15 seconds. Okay, so what you do is I use this a lot as my editing reel. And back in the old days, they just had film and they had to run the film through and they had to, you know. What's crazy is this right here is 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Okay? About right. He lifts up one of his paws. There he goes. Okay? And it's really cute. And I think that was what I snapped. So you look in here. Okay? All this should stay the same. In Sora, that would like jack up all the time. In fact, I need to compare this to the original picture as well, but we can do that in a minute. And I did go back and look at the picture, the original picture. It's not exact, but the bench is pretty good. The thing that it doesn't get right is probably what's in the background, but truthfully, it actually interpreted what was more interesting than what was actually there, because I think there was a car in the background. Sora would jack this up completely. The background would be totally messed up. All of this would be messed up. This would be a different tone. It would be a different look. It'd be a different resolution. But this is one shot, okay? And then it goes on. It is pretty much seamless. You see a little shift because, again, that's just me cropping and not being consistent with my crop or my capture. But I bet you I could make that where it just looks like a handheld camera. The lines are still straight. This is still good. I mean, I don't know what that is. That still stays there. In fact, whatever that is, that stays there through the whole picture. In fact, that would have been cool if that person would have come over and picked it up. But that's what I like. It keeps the continuity. And I mean, even these little specks. So for you folks who do understand AI, I'm blown away by this. I really am. I think it looks great. It looks like something I could have actually directed. Because I know there are people out there that, if I direct actors and stuff, I can direct these actors. No problem. I just need to make it where I can manipulate everything, where I can get these people. And yeah, it's great. And truthfully, this looks more natural to have an animal do something like this. Although when AI does weird stuff, like if you made that dog fly, he would look weird. So, but anyways, that's my cool, nifty video. And what I've been working on, but I'm going to go to bed. In fact, I'm going to close all this out. Close out, close out, close out, 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 out. Whoa, wrong one. Wrong one. Okay. The continuity and how still it keeps the shot steady, and how everything lands on the mark. I've been trying it with different dogs. So I tried one with him, but he jumped up too fast. And so I didn't tell him to sit down or anything. He just disappeared. And same for this Chihuahua. I told him okay, you're struggling. Well, it's a huge Chihuahua and it does, again, it didn't know. I didn't tell him to sit down because this little guy took forever to get up there. This is the original one. See, isn't that weird how he comes in from the side? And then he just does a weird T-1000 thing. Boom. And then, yep. And then these were perfect. Even though it shows like that, these are perfect. I mean, I almost wept. I'm such a dork. Wept. I almost wept. The only thing is because of right here, right there, it didn't know what kind of dog it was. It really changed here Here, it's stretched out and everything. Not here, but, and then when it spun around, it didn't know what its face looked like or anything. But then it did perfectly here. And he cocks his little head. Ooh. Very cute. Very cute. So, anyways, that's my brain. And I'm totally excited. So, look for some cute little reels from me. And again, for you trolls out there and people who really hate AI, I can I can convince you that AI can be a wonderful, amazing tool. And it would be really amazing if I could have you do something like go to Spain or whatever and make it look like it instead of having you in front of a green screen. I mean, really, that's really the way I see it as. This is my green screen. This is my computer generated graphics, which they used to be CGI. Computer generated or CGA, computer generated art, graphics, or animation, or illustration. All I do is see AI as being one of those when they always say, "Oh yeah, we used to get shit off the software off the shelf." I mean, I watched hours and hours of how they did Lord of the Rings and how they did fire and stuff. And fire is something that AI can do very well because AI has been doing that for a long time because people have figured out how to animate it. So if you've noticed, water is beautiful, wind, trees. So you look, and people look kind of weird in animations, the way they move. But truthfully, they move better in AI than anybody could, do it the old conventional way. And that's the thing is I think we could see a lot of cool things. And I would love it if we would go back. Okay, thanks for joining me. And this is just a little bit. I'm going to keep putting these up because it's my archive on how I did stuff. And I believe I could really learn a technique and I could actually teach it because to me, again, like I said, I see it as a movie tool or a tool. YouTube was just a place to store big videos. But again, thank you for joining me, and just check back to this channel, like and subscribe, and I will catch you next time. Bye. That'd be neat if we could start up Adam's